In an arithmetic series, the first term is a and the common difference is d. We want to show this. In other words, we want to derive the formula for the sum of the first n terms. So, consider the sum of the first n terms. The first term is a. The next term is a plus d. That's the first term plus one lot of difference. Then we have a plus 2d. We've added two differences. And so on until we get to the nth term where it's a plus n minus 1d. We've added n minus 1 differences to a to make the nth term. The trick with this derivation is to write it down then in reverse. So the nth term is here, a plus n minus 1d. The n minus 1th term, the term before that, only has n minus 2 differences added. And the one before that has n minus 3 differences added. And so on until we get all the way back to the first term. Now, if we just add the two lines here, Sn plus Sn is 2Sn. Consider now adding a and a plus n minus 1d. That's going to be 2a plus n minus 1d. If we now add a plus d and a plus n minus 2d, so we've got a plus d plus a plus n minus 2d, that's going to be 2a, and n minus 2d's added d is n minus 1d. So we get another 2a plus n minus 1d. And it's going to be the same all the way across. And we'll get a 2a plus n minus 1d at the other end. And there are n of these. So we can write it as n times 2a plus n minus 1d. And then all we need to do is divide both sides by 2, and we have n over 2 into 2a plus n minus 1d. Let's move on to the second part of the question. James saved some money over a number of weeks to buy a printer that costs £64. He saves £10 in week 1, £9.20 in week 2, £8.40 in week 3, and so on, so that the weekly amounts form an arithmetic sequence. And what we can see is that the a is equal to 10, and the d is negative 0.8, negative because it's going down by 80 pence each week. Given that James takes n weeks to save exactly £64, we want to show this. So we can use the Sn formula. We know that the sum he wants to save is 64. It's going to take n weeks, and we're going to get 2 times 10 plus n minus 1 times negative 0.8. Multiplying both sides by 2, we get 128 is n into 20. Take away 0.8n plus 0.8. So that's 128 is equal to n into 20.8. Take away 0.8n. 128 is equal to 20.8n. Take away 0.8n squared. Let's bring everything over to the left. 0.8n squared. Take away 20.8n plus 128 is equal to 0. Dividing everything by 0.8 gives us n squared take away 26n plus 160 is equal to 0. Now in 2 part B, we want to solve the equation. If we look for numbers that multiply to 160 and add to give negative 26, we can find negative 10 and negative 16. So we have n minus 10, n minus 16 is equal to 0, giving us n is equal to 10 or n is equal to 16. In part C, it says, hence state the number of weeks James takes to save enough money to buy the printer, given a brief reason for your answer. So it's going to be the n equals 10. If you do 16 times 0.8, so if we do 16 times 0.8, that's 12.8. If you look at the sequence where he started saving 10, and D is the amount taken off each week, if you got to 16 weeks, he'd be saving negative amounts of money, which makes no sense.